Vanakkam, Prem Namaste and humble salutations. Welcome to Sunday Sadhana, your favorite Hindu magazine show only on SABC 2. It's been an eventful year for the Hindu community around the country, and there is much festive cheer in the air as we wind down to the last weeks of 2013. This week we continue our exclusive coverage of Hinduism when we visit Shepstone for a Karthigai Deepam celebration and also look at a Brahmotsavam festival in Tongaat. Tirupati, which is one of the most sacred pilgrim spots for Hindus, celebrates the festival of Brahmotsavam during Partasi, and with time, this tradition spread to other Venkateshwara temples around the world. Sunday Sadhana joined the Chinna Tirupati Venkateshwara Devasthanam in Tongaat to find out more.
Lord Venkateshwara is associated with Mahavishnu. Now in Tirumalai, he came to be present on the hills in order to sustain, in order to preserve, in order to give life to the people of his times. And especially in this age of Kali Yuga, it is a very difficult time. It is the material age, it is the iron age. And this Lord had come down basically to ensure that during this age, he will give protection, he will take care of his devotees and sustain them through this very difficult age.
In Vaishnav tradition, Lord Balaji or Venkateshwara is worshipped as the living God on earth. It is believed that in this incarnation of Lord Vishnu, the Lord froze himself into stone at Tirupati for the benefit of mankind. Then, Lord Brahma, the creator, worshipped Sri Balaji in Tirupati to give thanks for his protection of mankind, and thus started the tradition of the Brahmotsavam festival.
Brahmotsavam is a chariot festival that takes place where the Lord is taking his chariot to the community around this town. It originated in India, where it is said that Lord Brahma worshipped Lord Balaji, the other name for Lord Venkateshwara, on the banks of the Pushkarini, and that was for the benefit of mankind, and that's why it's called Brahmatsovam, and it's held every year during the month of Partasi.
So this is an occasion when we glorify the Lord, take him around, and also give an opportunity to those people who cannot come to the temple to actually get the blessings of the Lord.
It's a month where people abstain from various vices and so on. Our festival is held simultaneously as it's held in Tirupati in India. The devotees observe a strict fast of vegetarian diet and not engage in any form of vice. And clearly that also creates a sense of discipline where people are disciplined. It gives the body that rest that it needs. Spiritually, it virtually takes you to another level. You get closer to God, and your mind is always engaged in pure thoughts, away from thoughts of jealousy, hatred, and so on. So it kind of cleanses your thoughts and thinking processes.
It spiritually enlightens you. On the road, you get the bhajans, the various groups that come there, and it creates a vibration that you cannot explain, but you have to be there.
In Hindu worship, there's two types of worship, individually but also group worship, which is much more powerful than the individual worshipping. And furthermore, in this day and age, many people are too busy caught up in this material world. So when you worship alone, the vibrations that will encourage you and spur you on the spiritual path is not as great as when there's group worship. The vibrations are much greater, and with the result, the kind of energy generated, the kind of vibrations that are created will basically ensure that the devotee that wants to move on the spiritual path is given that impetus to keep that movement.
This festival is the biggest in our calendar. What it does to this community, it unites us. It brings us spiritually closer. That is what we need in today's society.
It is a sense of great joy. There's nothing more important in life than when you offer pure wholehearted devotion to the Lord. There's nothing that you want, nothing that you came here to take back home besides a feeling of inner peace, a feeling of inner joy. Everybody has this opportunity on this day to at least come in some way, have direct contact with the Lord. So it is a symbolic act, but no doubt in the hearts of the devotees, it means so much to them.
Thank you for joining us. Karthigai Deepam celebrates the appearance of Lord Shiva as an endless beam of light on the sacred Arunachal mountain in Tiruvannamalai. On this day, devotees light deepams that symbolize the Lord in his form as a flame. It also signifies the triumph of good over evil. We visited the Seva Vajipattu Kadagam of South Africa in Port Shepstone to learn more about their organization and their observance of Karthigai Deepam.
We are very fortunate in Port Shepstone to have a branch of this esteemed organization, which was founded some 71 years ago by a great man, Tirupi Pillai. And the Saiva Varipattu Karagam follows the path of Saiva Siddhandam, which means that we have found the conclusion. In life, we are always looking for answers. We want to know, why are we here? Why were we born as humans and in this life? And Saiva Siddhandam provides us with the answers of our purpose on earth. Karthigai Deepam is the festival of lights, and Lord Shiva is worshipped as that great light. Worship of Lord as light is very symbolic because he represents all that light represents. If we think about light, what does light bring about? Firstly, it dispels darkness. Secondly, it creates warmth and cheer and happiness. So our form of prayer is very simple. It is directly to our Lord. According to the Saiva Siddhanta philosophy, your path to God is direct. It's one route, directly through Him. All you have to do is speak to the Lord. You do not even need the light. The light merely helps us to concentrate, to look at something and to focus on. But we can even take away the light and just speak to Him. And we also have the singing of our hymns from our Devaram Thiruvasagam. Devaram means a garland of honey, because the hymns contain the honey of devotion to our Lord. The three malams are Anavam, Mayam and Karmam. Karmam is what we know, karma as we call it commonly. It means actions, and actions are your thoughts, word and deed. Mayam is the material world. We live in this material world, we need it because the soul needs a body in which it must function. Anavam is comparing it to the ego. So the reason why light or fire is so important in our belief is it burns the three malams. And you will find that as Saivites, we adorn Tiruniru, which is holy ash, as three stripes. And the three stripes represent Anavam, Mayam and Karmam.
By having this function every year, it's like taking a renewed vow to keep the fight going, to dispel the darkness by Shiva's grace. The Saiva Siddhanta Sangam does a Jolly Malay every year. Other Saivite organizations from the country join the Saiva Siddhanta Sangam on this occasion. our organization will attend, the Crofting Saivite youth will attend.
We say Arutperum Sodi, Arutperum Sodi, Taniperum Karune, Arutperum Sodi, which means, O gracious light, O gracious light, the most compassionate, O gracious light. And that is what he is in our lives. He is the gracious light.
Just as a candle cannot burn without fire, men cannot live without a spiritual life. Do enjoy your day of reconciliation celebrations. Stay safe and blessed over the festive period. Until next time, keep up the sadhana. Om Namah Shivaya.